Hello everyone, you're on the Handmade channel. Today I'll show you how I made a BMW M5 E34 out of modeling clay. Here's what this BMW looks like now. As you can see, it's made entirely out of modeling clay. I also covered the window and engine areas on it so I wouldn't paint over them. And I'll be painting these cars with spray cans. First, I'll cover them with primer and then I'll apply the main colors. One will be blue and the other will be red. And after painting, I refined the models, and here's what I managed to do. Yes, I sculpted two cars out of clay at once. It wasn't easy and took quite a bit of time, but the result is worth it, isn't it? Why two cars and what will happen to them? I'll talk about that a bit later. It took me 142 hours of work over 16 days to create two BMWs at once. This turned out to be my longest project in terms of time, but not the highest quality. If you divide it, it turns out that I spent 71 hours on one model. I spent 114 hours on my best model. This time I painted the car the right way, so I managed to paint it without any drips or patchiness. The shade came out even and just right. To create these BMWs, I sculpted them in parallel, two at once. For example, I made the frame on the front part of one, then made the frame on the other, and so on, step by step. During the creation process, I used blueprints for the BMW to sculpt them in the correct shape. And besides the blueprints, I examined the car in Forza Horizon 4 and also in a 3D system. I examined the car in more detail, especially the interior and the engine. Here, for example, you can remove the hood and examine the engine without any restrictions. I used the same approach when examining the interior. Thanks to these 3D models, I was able to create an accurate replica of a scale BMW out of clay, and here's how much the interior stands out in this BMW. Now let's take a look at the engine, but for that, we need to open the hood. I managed to make the engine look very similar because I was able to examine different elements in the 3D model. Since they are well detailed, I also made the underside of the car and I sculpted it based on this photo of a scale model. The wheels on this BMW can rotate. I made them with functional running gear. And by the way, the wheels are also made of plasticine. If you zoom in close to the rim, you can see that not everything is as smooth as it seemed. There are a lot of irregularities. Here is the original rim I used as a model for sculpting the plasticine one. I wanted to give both BMWs a stanced look, but it didn't work out. I didn't calculate the wheel width for the body correctly. And it turned out that they're set too deep into the body. It doesn't look very nice. And I couldn't fix it anymore. Even though I was working on these BMWs at the same time, they're not symmetrical like they would be at the factory. For example, from the back, you can see that the red one has a lower roof than the blue one. Also, you might have thought that the red car's grills are smaller than the blue ones, but actually that's just an illusion caused by the bright red color. If you cut out the grille from the blue car in Photoshop and compare it to the red one, you'll see they're actually almost the same. Yes, it's a bit taller, but not wider. The size is pretty much the same. So why did I even make two identical BMWs in the first place? Maybe I'll crash one and give the other away? Unfortunately, no. I've never done anything like this before. This will be an unusual crash test. Yes, I'm going to crash these two cars. I'll crash one car in the usual way and I'll drop the other one from a height of 2 meters. But that will be in a separate video, and to make sure you don't miss it, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, so you don't miss notifications about the new video. And now I'll show you the process of sculpting these BMWs from the very beginning to the final assembly. Subtitles by Dima Torzok. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this video and the way I sculpted these two BMWs. If so, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in my clay creations. Thank you all for watching. See you in future videos. Goodbye everyone.